The biggest news to come out of soccer in I don't even know how long. Um, how do you say this name? How do you say it again?
Macclesfield.
Macclesfield and Crystal Palace faced each other in the FA Cup. Tony, would you like to break down what the FA Cup is for us peasants?
Yep. Hold on just a second. So, in Europe, and unlike other American sports, between seasons or within seasons, they have different tournaments in cup play. Um, and so the FA Cup, it's the oldest. It's a knockout tournament, in where all the way from the top of the English Premier League, the EPL, all the way down to the amateur levels, they can play. And so it's an interesting tournament where you can have, a very, very different caliber of team and talent, and yet still compete with, some of the biggest names in the sport. And so, over over the weekend, Macclesfield, they're in the sixth division. So just looking at the numbers, right? This is a real David and Goliath situation, but just to put it into perspective, Macclesfield operating expense is 2.4 million. Crystal Palace's is 211 million. That's David and Goliath. That's like let's see. In NFL terms, this is
It's like the Birmingham Stallions beating the '07 Patriots.
yes, exactly. It's
Well, I guess maybe that's one of the best teams ever. Crystal Palace isn't one of the best teams ever right now. So
no.
maybe like the Cowboys when they were consistently making the playoffs, but not winning Super Bowls.
It's just a scenario where it would likely never happen, right? And so, they play for 90 minutes, and in this match, one of the final score is 2-1. Is like in the 50 or 45th minute, and there's a guy who had a bandage on his head, and he heads the ball into the goal. All the fans are freaking out. Real loyal supporters. And then, within in the second half, they score again, so it's 2-0. Crystal Palace tries some redemption moves, but it was too little, too late in the 89th minute in the death. Maybe they could have come back, but they just didn't. And so they get bounced out of the tournament by the sixth team, sixth
Sixth
division.
tier. What are
Yeah.
they like 342nd or something like that ranked in England?
Yeah,
Also, did you hear how their owner bought the team?
I did. He bought it
Four
as a
day,
gag.
4 day drinking binge, and just decided while blackout drunk to buy this team. Their best player died in a car accident tragically 2 days before this match, and then all the guys who are just plumbers and like college custodians just go out on the
PE
field.
teachers. Yeah.
Yeah, they just go out and like just beat one of the best teams in Europe.
They're perennially at least in the middle of the pack. In how, with relegation, you have to be decent at least to be among that group. So it's, I don't know. I don't know if they just kept their eye. They just were going to mail it in, but that's what the sport is about. And then you hear the coach and saying, "Oh, it's about the effort, and we got to learn and respond." Dude, you're cooked. Crystal Palace, you just lost to Macclesfield.
Yeah, I mean, hats off to Macclesfield. They play Brenton.